Hi, and welcome back to Creative Cooking. I am your happy host, Dr. Helen, and because we are family, I have my sister with me. This is sister number...
I'm number
6. I'm 7. Sister number 6.
I'm not sister.
I mean, well...
I'm sister 5.
Sister 5.
Well, some of those.
Number...
We had a brother in there somewhere.
But she's my sister right next to me. So we are here. Her name is Jackie, and she's here to help me. She's really good and really loves bowls. Right?
I love bowls.
So
yes,
I
do.
wanted her to help me make some bowls today.
I'm so happy to do it.
So before we get started, I just want to make sure you know that these recipes are really effective at lowering your blood sugar and your blood glucose and your cholesterol. So make sure you talk to your doctor and be sure not to do it without him, because you want to make sure that you might need to alter some of your medications. So make sure you talk to your doctor about that. Now that we have that out of the way, I can't wait to get started on these delicious recipes. So our first one is a green mango bowl. Now I like to eat a bowl like every day for breakfast. I can literally eat this every morning for breakfast.
Exactly.
I try to change up, but I just love making bowls. Mango, I make all different kinds, acai, all kinds of bowls. But it's really a good way to stay full. So let me read the ingredients. 2 cups of spinach, and I definitely use organic spinach, 1.5 cups of frozen mango chunks, 1 frozen banana, chop it, 1/2 to 1 cup of non-dairy milk, and 1 teaspoon of moringa powder. Now to that, we're gonna put on top all of our extra things, right? I like to put chia seeds on, strawberries, blueberries. So for this recipe, we're gonna use 5 tablespoons of chia seeds, 4 strawberries, 1/2 cup of blueberries, 2 tablespoons of coconut flakes, 1/2 cup of almonds, and 1/2 cup of your favorite granola. And we try to split that up because this will make a couple of bowls typically, okay? So why don't we get started over here?
Okay.
And we're gonna just put our spinach in and stuff it down in there. Now,
Right.
I say it makes 2 bowls, but if it's me, I might eat the whole bowl myself. So it just depends on your serving size and your appetite, because mine is quite large.
You start off with half, or
Yes,
should we do
put it in there and
all
just
of it?
stuff it down in there.
Okay.
Absolutely. Stuff it down in there, because you really want to have more greens than everything else, okay?
Yeah.
So we're going to smash those down, and then we're going to put, not too tight, because you know that blade might get angry with you, okay? And then we'll put in some frozen mango, perfect, and then banana, frozen banana. Excellent, okay. And then we're just gonna start with a little bit of milk after we put in the moringa powder. Now, I don't know if you've heard of moringa powder?
Oh, absolutely. I blend this in most of my smoothies.
Oh, very good.
Oh, absolutely.
So moringa powder is really good. It's high in antioxidants, and it actually it has like this insulin-like protein that can control your blood sugar levels. And some studies even show that it may help to get rid of fat in your body. So that's really a good reason to use it.
Absolutely.
Okay, so you're gonna take a little bit of milk. Start with probably 1/4 cup of milk.
We're gonna pour that right in.
Yep, pour it right in, and
That's
then
about half.
Okay, that's great. And then go ahead and blend. You're gonna need your damper. And I always find that I probably have to just run the cycle until it's smooth.
Okay, should I pop it on now?
So yes, make sure the top is on tight, and then turn it on. Start with the low, and then you can speed it up, because you want to get the bottom of it, and then you're gonna use that one. Take that out.
This one is not quite right. It's not quite fitting.
There we go. Now push down.
We're gonna go any further.
There.
Stop. Is that good?
Yep. Okay.
All right.
Now, we probably put a little bit too much milk in it, but this is going to work either way. So I like to start with just a little bit of milk because when I blend it, I see like the 4 peaks in it. Then I know it's smooth enough and thick enough to pour in my bowl. But this is going to be a little bit thinner, but I am still going to eat it.
I'm sure.
Okay, so go ahead and we'll probably be able to pour that into the bowl.
This top is pretty snug here. There we go.
Yeah, so it's still kind of thick here. Yeah, this is not too bad. But I'll start with like a 1/4 cup at a time. See, this will make 2 delicious bowls.
It looks delicious.
And I haven't
already.
eaten breakfast yet, so this is going to be wonderful. Okay. So now, after we do that, we're going to put our toppings on, right?
All
Now,
right.
before I do it, I don't always do this, but just a little bit of a squeeze of lemon, and then that way it just kind of puts a little tartness in there.
You like to sprinkle the berries
I
or just
do.
keep them in one place?
I like to, well, we'll put them
just-
all over then. I like to have compartments on mine because I just like the beauty of it. And then we'll take like strawberries and decorate in there. Yes. So everything has their own compartment. And so we're gonna make a compartment over here. We're gonna put some almonds right there. Then you can use a granola and make one. Make one right here.
Is this place right here a good place for you?
Well,
or do you
I
want
like
it
that
right here?
empty spot.
All right, we'll do it just the way you want it done. All right.
Okay.
I could get a little neater.
You.
I'm not the most decorative sister, but I can cook.
She can cook, for sure she can cook. Okay. And then we'll put like coconut in here. All right.
All right.
And then some chia seeds.
I wanted to see the chia seeds in the middle, but do you like to see them over here to cover up my
Your
blueberries?
mistakes? Okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
How's that?
That's good. And then we can even correct it more by putting more
Blueberries
there.
right there. Absolutely. How's that?
I love it. Okay.
Couple of-
So here is our delicious
Oh, it
bowl.
looks great too.
It's delicious too. I like to make this bowl every morning because not only am I getting the greens, like I got the spinach in there, so I'm getting iron. I have almonds here, so I'm getting protein. I have antioxidants in the berries, so I have strawberries and I have blueberries. You can use any kind of fruit. You can use fresh mango, fresh banana.
Pineapple is one of my favorites.
Pineapple. I do one that's a Hawaiian bowl and it has pineapple in it. And it's kind of turmeric and everything. So I want to just look at how gorgeous and
It
how
is
delicious
beautiful.
this is.
It is beautiful.
And I want to just have like the best morning when I use this because having to see patients all day, I will go to just have, I'm hungry, so I want to make sure that there's food to eat. But if I can't get to lunch, I want to eat something in the mornings that will allow me to go all the way through the morning. And if I have to eat lunch late, then it'll still keep me satiated so that I'm not really like famished by the time it's time to eat. So this has been a really great lifesaver for me because it sticks in there and it makes you feel so good and so satiated all day. And I know that I'm getting the best nutrition for my entire morning.
That's wonderful.
And what's even more interesting is that chia seeds, you can actually compare the protein in chia seeds to salmon. Yes, indeed. You can do that.
So there's not a lot of reasons to eat a lot of flesh.
Exactly. God knew what he was doing.
Absolutely.
Now let's get to our next one. This one's fun. This one's going to be our quinoa power bowl. And the ingredients include our basic tofu recipe, which is 1 block of extra firm tofu. I like to use extra firm. 1/4 cup of amino acids. 1/4 cup of water. 1 can of black olives, and we slice those. 1 medium red onion sliced, 1/2 of a red cabbage, and I like to shred that. 2 carrots shredded. 1 green leaf lettuce, and I just tear those lettuce leaves up in there. 1 cucumber diced. 1 carton of cherry tomatoes. I like those to be organic because they spray tomatoes heavily. 2 cups of cooked quinoa, chimichurri sauce, and dried cranberries, which are optional. Now, let's get started on really getting into making this delicious bowl.
Okay.
Now, I like to start with just starting to make our tofu, our basic tofu recipe. This tofu, we've actually just sliced it and cubed it, so they look like little cubes. And then we're going to use our mixture of amino acids and water and just make sure that we're just coating each one. This is where the salt and flavor is coming from, but we don't want it to sit in this because it'll be too salty. So we'll just quickly take them out and then transfer them to our little air fryer. I love using the air fryer because you don't have to worry about putting oil in it. It comes out nice and crispy. It's well cooked, it's well coated, the flavor gets all the way through it, and it's easy. You can just easy peasy put it in there and just forget about it. You're going to set it to 370 degrees for about 15 minutes. About 3/4 of the way, so maybe the last 5 minutes, I'll go in and flip them over so that the bottom side will get browned as well. Or if you like them a little firmer, then you can actually put it in, let that 15 minutes go, flip them, and then do another 5 minutes on top of that if you like them to be a little more firm. And this is what they end up looking like. They're nicely browned, and we'll use this as part of our base or part of our toppings. So we're going to put that on the temperature, right, at 370. And then hit that button again. Nope, this one below. Perfect. And put 15. There we go. And then start. No. She turned it off. We'll get that. Trust me, she's a very smart lady.
I really am. You might not see it right now, but I am.
Okay, all righty. Now, we're going to let the quinoa be our base. So we're going to just put quinoa in the bottom of the bowl.
Right,
now, this amount will probably make a couple of servings because this is a really hearty bowl. So we don't have to use all of the quinoa. We can split that with another bowl. And the quinoa is a protein all by itself. So if you say, well, people often ask, where do I get my protein from? Well, there's not only protein in vegetables, but there are other parts of the foods that have proteins in them as well. So quinoa is actually one that has all of the amino acids that make a full protein. So oftentimes you might have to say, I'm going to put beans with rice to make a full protein. This, you don't have to do that. Now we're going to compartmentalize each one of our toppings. So we'll just kind of make it kind of like a pie. I'm going to watch you do it this time.
All right. Where should I start?
I'm going to trust you to do it.
I love the red cabbage.
Okay, so let's start with the red cabbage. Okay, here's a spoon for the, there you go.
Thank you. I'm just going to kind of bring it to the middle.
Okay.
Is that enough? We need some more, right?
That's cool, but let's try to keep them in a compartment.
Well, compartments can be different sizes.
Okay.
All right.
I'll let you go with that.
Okay.
Okay. Now let's put the cucumbers.
Pretty colors.
Yeah, so if you put like the colors in there, you said it absolutely correctly. The colors are so vibrant, and when you're looking and getting all of these different colors, you're getting different nutrients in all of the different ones. Like there's anthocyanidins in this red. That red part is actually good for your heart, and then you get the cucumber is such a wonderful diuretic. It's a very low calorie food. I always leave the skin on them. Now let's go ahead and put the lettuce in there too. We can put the lettuce on the side over there so that we can get some green on the side of that nice, beautiful purple red cabbage. We said purple red cabbage, right? Sounds like an oxymoron, right?
It does. But that's okay.
Yes, and then let's put in some carrots. Yes. And so you're getting some salty in there, you're getting some sweet in there with the carrots, and then let's put some olives in there. Yes. Beautiful. And then some tomatoes. Yes, look at that. Now we've doubled our anthocyanidins right here with these red onions and the red cabbage, but I love the taste of the red onions. So this is really great. You can actually just, since they're in rings, you can just place them right on top and split the rings up so that you get like a bite of onion in every bite that you pull up out of the plate.
How's that?
Yes, I like that.
All right.
Okay. And then we're going to put our tofu in.
Where should we put that? Should we squeeze it in between the...
Yeah, sure, why not?
All right.
And so here we have another source of protein, right? But you know, it gives you something meaty to bite on.
Okay.
And this is optional, but I have some dried cranberries, and sometimes you kind of just want a little sweetness in there.
Yes, I do
So-
have a bit of a sweet tooth I'm trying to control.
There you go. So you could just toss those around. This is an opportunity to do the tossing that you like to do.
Well, I'll just put one over each
Yes.
little area.
Yes, yes, yes.
How's that?
That looks good. And then to top it all off, we're going to put on some delicious chimichurri sauce.
Can we put that right on top of those
Put
red
it right,
onions?
just put like a dollop right in there.
How about that?
Now this is this chimichurri recipe we made on a previous episode. So
Right.
you got to see that episode so that you can see how to make this very delicious, fragrant, tasty
Yes.
chimichurri sauce.
Yes.
Our Luis back there, he said that, when you said chimichurri sauce, I wasn't sure you were going to be able to do it.
But you pulled it off.
Even he loved it.
Yeah.
So this is really exciting. You got to see that episode. So make sure you go back and look at it. But
And
look at
it's
our
so
beautiful
pretty.
bowl.
I mean, look how beautiful that is.
All right, so you can actually.
Yes.
Delicious.
Isn't that nice?
See, yep.
All right.
So that is absolutely amazing and delicious. So we're excited about that. And then we'll go on to our next one. Our next recipe includes our black bean bowl. And the black bean bowl ingredients include cooked black beans. We're actually going to use some black beans that we've made from our black bean soup because this is a good way to use leftovers. Cilantro, lime brown rice, half a cup of red onion sliced. We're going to toast some pepitas. We're going to slice one avocado. We'll use cherry tomatoes and cut them in half. And then we'll top it off with some spinach pesto sauce and 2 cups of raw organic kale. And the ingredients for the cilantro lime brown rice, 1.5 cups of long grain brown rice or brown basmati rice, as long as it's brown rice, 1 bay leaf, 1/4 cup of chopped fresh cilantro, 2 tablespoons of lime juice from about 1 lime, 1.5 teaspoons of lemon juice from 1 small lemon, and 1/2 teaspoon of fine sea salt.
Good ingredients.
All righty. I make sure that's unrefined, unbleached salt.
Absolutely.
All righty. Okay, so let's get started on making this delicious bowl. So we're going to include, this is our black bean bowl, so our star of the show is the black beans.
So we make sure they show.
That's right.
All
So
right.
let's start with kale as our base because here you're going to be getting like all of these beautiful antioxidants, and we'll just spread that around in the bowl. I like it raw too because in its raw state it's actually more nutritious.
Absolutely.
So we do that.
How's
and
that?
then that's beautiful. And maybe kind of have it come up on the sides a little bit.
Okay. All right.
All right. And then we're going to put our cilantro brown rice. There's a popular restaurant that has cilantro brown rice that I really like. So I wanted to copy that at home. And this is a winner with no oil. So I love that. You see how the rice is not all mushy. And there's an art to it. Okay, that's perfect. And then we're going to put our beautiful black beans. Now, we made black bean soup from a previous episode, and as I said before, we came from a really large family, so we don't like to waste food.
Anything.
So, because we don't like to waste, we repurposed our black beans so that we can use it for this bowl. So this could be an end of the week meal, and your soup could be the beginning of the week meal. And then after we do that, let's put in our pepitas and some onions.
What are pepitas?
Pepitas are really just pumpkin seeds.
You're kidding.
But I'm Spanish. I can speak Spanish.
All right. Do you want us to just...
Yes, you can just put them around in there.
How's that?
Beautiful. Okay. And then what's very interesting, our sister Barbara taught me this little trick for keeping avocado fresher longer. So she put in these red onions so that the avocado doesn't turn so brown so quickly. So we not only put lemon or citrus juice over it, but we also put in our red onions just to preserve them. So let's just remove those and then put some onions on, and then we'll garnish with...
Could you pass me a little spoon over there?
Sure. And then we'll garnish it with a little bit of tomatoes and then our delicious sauce.
Let's just throw these in.
Yes, nice, very nice, very nice. Well, we have to be, you are the one that taught me to be balanced, so.
Well, see, I'm out of that now.
You told me to, she said we go to a gas station, she doesn't want the gas to be $2.21, I have to go to $2.22. So I just wanted to make sure that this was balanced on the
And it's
on the bowl.
beautiful.
Now that's beautiful. Okay, now let's just put some nice avocado, probably some avocado between those slices there. Yes.
We'll just kind of layer them on each other.
Yes, yes, and yes. Beautiful. The avocado is so creamy and so delicious. It's a really good fat to consume. We want to make sure we get all of our food groups. We got fats, we have carbs, and we have our protein in here with our beans and the rice. So we put the beans and the rice together in this one, and we're getting a good amount of protein in that, aside from the fact that vegetables have protein. I'm not sure why we always forget that vegetables also have protein, but they do. So now we have this beautiful, beautiful bowl, and then we can put like just a little lemon or lime kind of on the corners. You know, when you go to Mexican restaurants, they put a nice piece of lime on your plate to just make it all pretty. And then let's top it.
Just give me a clean spoon.
Yes, let's top it
With a nice, healthy amount.
healthy amount of chimichurri. Ha-ha.
This is a very delicious sauce.
Yes, it is.
For all of you that think green isn't good, green is the most delicious food that you could possibly make.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yes, that's right, because a lot of people are afraid to eat green food.
They really are.
But there's nothing wrong with eating green food. They're absolutely delicious. So, Jackie, I want to thank you.
No, I want to thank you for having me.
Well,
I appreciate
anytime.
that. Yeah.
But I want us to just show and talk about what delicious meals we've made today.
Okay.
Now, you've had all of them. What do you think about the meals?
Oh, I absolutely loved all of the bowls. The first one was the mango bowl. It was delicious. The quinoa bowl, the black bean bowl, all of those were so dynamic and so beautiful and colorful. Not only were they colorful, they were all delicious.
Yeah, so which one is your favorite?
Well, if I had to choose.
If you have to
If I have to choose. With my sweet tooth, and I would go for the mango bowl. For lunch or dinner, I would do the quinoa.
And then for dinner, I would
do the black bean bowl. They were all so fantastic.
Yes, yes, indeed. I love how the colors come out. You mentioned that, how the colors are so vibrant. And just knowing that when you add different colors and different plant colors to your food, you're getting different nutrition. And I just think that God was so amazing that He gave us these different colored foods that do different things. You know, when I think about red foods, I always think about the heart and circulation.
Exactly.
And when I see orange foods, I always think about cancer fighting abilities. This is just really an amazing. Green foods, they just do everything. Kale probably needs to have its own publicist because it is really a power food. And when we talk about eating superfoods, this is really where the super is. This is putting the super in food. And anytime you eat plants, you're talking about superfoods. These foods have low calories and high density nutrition. And I think that that's what we're looking for when we're reversing type 2 diabetes. You know, our program, we have people all the time asking us, like, how am I going to get protein? We've showed you how to do that today. They say, you know, how am I going to get all the nutrition that I'm going to need? And we showed you that today. The only thing that we probably want to replace on a plant-based approach, the way we treat people with our Reverse It program, is really just vitamin B12. But everybody needs to take B12 because B12 is one of the things that has been kind of sucked out of the soil. And so we replace vitamin B12, but everything else is really in the food you eat. And why not do it deliciously? Yay!
Yay.
Right? Let's make it really exciting. So I am so excited that we were able to present these 3 dynamic bowls today, because there are people at home who are wondering, like, I want to change. I want to do something different. Where do I start? How do I get going? Well, here's a perfect example. We've given you a breakfast, a lunch, and a dinner option, and any of them are interchangeable. So bowls are really good and nutritious, and they're very filling. So you'll be able to spend your entire morning and not think about food by eating just the green mango bowl, right?
Absolutely.
Then you'll eat lunch and you won't even worry about dinner. And when dinner time comes, you'll go, wow, it's dinner time. And you may or may not be hungry. And then at dinner time, this is going to take you through your entire night until you break the fast in the morning. So when we talk about nutrition, nutrition is very important, and being healthy is our new currency, because health is wealth, and that's the kind we want to spend. We want to make sure that healthy is the new normal for all of our patients. I want my patients and you to become undiabetic. There is no reason to have this problem with all of these different diseases that we end up with when our health is left up to chance. Why not take full control of your health and do what is delicious and nutritious? They don't have to be interchangeable, right? You do not have to sacrifice taste for your health. And I tell my patients that all the time. We're not trying to sacrifice taste for the health, and neither will you.